recording. And hi, everyone. Tonight is our hashtag 1 hour 100% workshop. And who was it? Who was at conference? Who does anyone want to talk about how this came up? Anyone want to share how this came up at our team training?
Hey, Bianca. I just want to say hi.
Oh, hi, Bianca. I didn't see her come on either.
She just joined my team this week.
Look at her. And she's
cool.
on. Great job, girl.
Yes.
Good to see you, Lori.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Okay, well, anyway, when I asked everyone, and I'll ask all of you, I'm going to ask you, do you have 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, not even 7? You have 15 minutes a day to spend on your business. Just raise your hand and say, hey, if that's true.
Hey.
Yeah, okay, and I gotta change this so I can see. Okay, if you have 15 minutes, would you have a half hour to run a successful Pampered Chef business? Who would do that? All right. How about an hour?
Yes.
Just 1 hour a day. And, a 1 hour a day,
yes.
5 days a week. Anybody not be able to? Well, we are going. Hi, Christina.
Hello.
We're going to talk just a little bit. And basically, this is just building the habits in order to make this happen. And so that's one of the things I wanted to talk with you about tonight. And so we are going to start with, I'm going to share a screen and welcome you all to our hashtag 1 hour 100% workshop. And so this is going to be our mantra for the next 6 weeks and hopefully longer, because I think you're going to be really amazed at what you can accomplish in 1 hour. Can anyone give us an experience that they've had that would support this? We call it the power hour. How many of you have felt that the power hour is something very valuable for your business? Gail, you have? Why? Can you give us a little bit of background on that?
Well, sure. If you're totally focused for an hour and you are doing money-making activities, and that's not cleaning off your desk or making host packets like sometimes you need to do, but this power hour is when you're actually making contacts with people, either calling, messaging, texting, whatever your means of communication is, but actually communicating with people and getting an answer back. It doesn't count if you don't actually hear from somebody.
Really?
But, but making those contacts and booking parties, offering the business, all of that.
Right. And how many of you know who Bill Gates is?
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Who is Bill Gates?
He's the founder of Microsoft, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
He is. And so I just want to post on some of these things you've seen. And what does it say here that Bill Gates says? Is it showing up on your screen?
I can't see it all.
Yes.
Oh, how about that?
Interesting. And
so I think that says a lot. And so tell me, who can give us a couple of benefits of network marketing over, I'm going to say a traditional job like he has, right?
Setting your own hours.
Setting your own hours, right?
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you think he worked when he started his business?
A lot.
Uh-huh.
A lot.
More than I would want.
That would be a response I would have too, Lori. So I think that's really important to kind of keep that into perspective. All right, so now we're going to go back to something else that most of you have seen before. I think Bianca is our newest person, and maybe she hasn't heard about this yet. Who knows what I'm going to put up on the screen next? Anyone?
Colleen, you're muted.
I knew that was it.
Colleen.
I knew that was going to be it.
You knew that this was going to be it, right? And I really, and again, I keep bringing it up. And again, because this does change, everybody, this does change for people. And I think it's really important for us to put a line in the sand of what we want to have happen. Because if we can't measure it, we're not going to know any growth. So if I could promise you a perfect business and everyone you met, wanted to do a cooking party or a Pampered Chef party, virtual, whatever kind it is, and you could have as many shows on your calendar as you wanted, how many parties would you want to do in a month? And of course, I call it the magic number, because when our magic number occurs, the magic in our business occurs. And of course, you have to put yourself to work, because that's one of the great benefits about our business, right? How many of you like being your own boss?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the good part about being your own boss?
You pay yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You choose how much money you want to make.
You do, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You choose the hours you want to give.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You do. What's the bad part about being your own boss?
There's no one else to blame but you.
That's it.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
You can procrastinate a lot.
Yeah. If you let yourself, absolutely, you can procrastinate a lot. So I think it's really important for you. And again, this is a habit that I think it's important to develop when you are an entrepreneur. And when you signed up to become a Pampered Chef consultant, you became an entrepreneur. Did you realize that? Did you realize that you are the CEO of your business?
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how seriously you want to take that. Hi, Leslie. So you know what? And I can preach this, but until you believe it yourself, and we'll talk a little bit in the future workshops about the 4 pillars of success, which are skill, will, directors, what is it? Skill, will,
Believe.
believe.
Leave.
What's the other one?
Knowledge.
Late. I can't think of it.
Oh, we'll get there.
Will,
Is
believe.
it
Skill,
knowledge?
will. And we can, this is part of the skill. This is where we can help teach you the skill. But if you don't have the will to execute it, we can't get there. Okay. So, again, I would love for you all to private message me in the next 24 hours with what your magic number is. And I want you to be proud of that number. I want you to feel like you can make that number happen for October. This is what you want to happen for October. And so what's going to happen here is that we're going to put the pedal to the metal. And one of the things that, when Pampered Chef has workshops like this, I hear from people how much they really like the accountability. Has anyone been with a Pampered Chef program before and found out what kind of accountability they require? Colleen, you're shaking your head. What is that, the crux of that accountability?
Oh, there's usually homework that has to be filled out and emailed into home office, checking in with your upline director.
And what happens if you don't do that?
Sometimes it's like 1 or 2 strikes and you're out.
I think they give you 3. I think they give you 3. And so, and the thing about it is that people really seem to like Pampered Chef, being accountable to Pampered Chef. But if I ask for accountability, I get the feeling like I'm acting like your boss, and I'm not your boss. I'm not your boss. However, I want to help you reach the goals, and the directors that are on here, we are all here to help you make your Pampered Chef dreams come true. And and being accountable to what you say that you want from your business is crucial. You've got to have the will to do what needs to be done. And so with that, the next thing we're going to talk for a second about, I'm trying to go back to my little plan here, and we are going to talk about one of the main goals. After you know what your magic number is, you have your personal business, excuse me, and then you also are part of a team, and that is, and for some of you that might be a little bit confusing. We have a team, and you might be part of a team under our team, but together we're all Joe Pack. And what I really love is the director team really are here to support you. And we have Gail on, and we have Lori on. What other directors are on? I think it was short notice for a lot of directors, and they're off doing shows and that kind of thing too. But one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand is together we have a goal. And I'm going to go share another screen. And can you see that, or is it in the middle of the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Team goal number 1 is to strive to be active every month. Why is this important? Because you will be reaching your goals, earning the income you want to earn. Now, we'll talk about the success of one determines the success of all. We are all part of something bigger than ourselves, and your team is depending on you. You're depending on you for your goals, and the team is depending on reaching its goals based on what you have said you want to accomplish from your business. That makes sense to everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does anyone remember that song, Chain, Chain, Chain? Okay.
Chain of fools.
Fools.
Yeah, Gail, sing it. Our team is really like a chain. And in a good sense, okay. But what happens? What happens? What have you noticed about a chain? Anyone want to talk about that for a second? How strong is the chain?
Only as strong as its weakest link.
It is. Bingo, Christina. Bingo. So that's something that it's really important for you to think about. We are all depending on you. All right, now. So let's talk a little bit about what. Does some of you want to know what the chain of events are with Pampered Chef as you grow your business? I know some of you already know this, but who knows what the next step from being a consultant with Pampered Chef is? And let's talk about being green for a second. What is being green as a consultant?
Means you made money.
Means you made money.
You have at least $150 in sales for the month.
Bingo, Lisa. Bingo. And so that means that you're active as part of the team. And we're going to talk a little bit more as we get into the director definition and how that will all fit in. But thank you, Lisa. That is very. Oops, I think I just pressed the wrong button. We'll see what happens there. All right. So now the next thing we're going to talk about is I need to find the screen so I can share. Okay. So after you're green as a consultant, what is the next step?
Next step is to recruit people to be part of your team.
Well, that's true. And what happens when you recruit your first person?
Director.
Do y'all see that on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the senior consultant. And these are some of the things that happen when you become a senior consultant. You get a 1% override on your personal sales. You also get a promotion. You go from a consultant to a senior consultant. And then you also get a 1% override on your personal recruit sales. Now you get some bonuses too. You get a recruiting bonus of $30 PC on each personal recruit who reaches $1,250 in commissionable sales within their first 90 days. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep.
Can you use $30 extra dollars?
I think so.
and of course the overrides on that. So again, requirements are one personal recruit, and you and your recruit are active. Okay. Anything I'm missing there, guys? Okay. What's the next step?
After senior consultant is
Team leader.
Team leader. That's right. Here we go. And here this is on the screen. Overrides and bonuses. Each month that you meet the requirements, you will earn the following: 2% override on your personal sales, 2% override on your personal direct, which are your direct recruit sales, and then 1% override on your indirect personal. So when you recruit recruits, you get a 1% override on them. You also get the recruiting bonus of $30 PC on each personal recruit who reaches $12.50 in commissionable sales within their first 90 days. And now you must be active in the month that your personal recruit reaches $12.50 in sales. So to be a team leader, the team needs to do $12.50 in sales, and you need to do $7.50 in personal sales, with both of your recruits being active of doing at least $12.50. You need to reach $2,500 in team sales. Now, does that make sense to everybody? It gets a little confusing. So as a total team, you need to do $12.50, $7.50 at least has to be yours, and both recruits have to be active.
In that month.
In the month, right, in that month. And so every month you are paid what you are. What happens that month is what you get paid for. Okay? All right, makes sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Then what is the next step? Director. And let me go ahead and share that. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is it moving around?
No.
No.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. I was moving around. I was being like, the eye doctors, look here, look there. Okay, let's talk about director benefits. And it's interesting. We've got a couple of directors on here, and I'd love for you to share something that maybe we've missed here. You get extra income. Is extra income okay? Can anybody use some extra income?
Always.
All right. So extra income is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And when we're active, we make income, right?
Yes.
Did anyone sign up just to make $30 a month?
No.
Okay. All right. So just curious. All right. Get your 3% increase in personal commission, 3% earned on your team sales, a 10% activity bonus, and you can earn up to $2,000 with the Fast Track program if you're still in your first 90 days. How many of you are still in your first 90 days?
Me.
Okay. So that's and who said me? I missed that.
Christina.
Okay, Christina. And then so is Bianca too. So Bianca, this is
Me too.
great. And who else?
Angie.
Hi, Angie. Great. All right. So Fast Track, you can get $500 cash to promote to director in the first 90 days. You get $1,500 future cash bonuses when you qualify. You get $100 of Pampered Chef money for each new consultant in your first 90 days. Sound good?
Sweet.
It is nice. Okay. Now, what happened when the new products came out? What directors want to tell me what happened?
Get a whole package of all the new stuff.
You did, didn't you?
Yes.
You did. And Diana has a show tonight, and she's our newest director on our Joe Pack team. And she got a couple boxes of new product when she promoted up. So I just want you to know that when you promote up, you will get those boxes of the current new products. All right. So, if you want to get that, I don't know if they sent. Did they send the quick cooker as part of the director package, or did you have to earn it?
No, we earned one, and we could earn one and get
Okay,
one.
that's why I've got you. All right, so if you want a quick cooker, promote to director, and it's going to come in your free product. Sound good? Anybody like that idea? I'm not sensing much enthusiasm here. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that's what I want to hear. All right. Now, so you get eligible to double dip on your product. So you earned them, like Gail was just saying, you earn them, so whatever level you earn them, plus you get them free as a director, and that is really nice. And then you get a 30% discount. Anybody like the idea of a 30% discount?
Yes.
Yeah, that comes in handy, doesn't it, Lori?
Yes, ma'am, it does. Sorry.
All right. And then what happened, we have, you get to walk the stage at conference. That's always very exciting, isn't it? And you have to buy a red dress, right? Or a red outfit. Special ribbons. You get exclusive training and events. Oh, we had a really fun event with the glow party at conference, didn't we?
Yes, that was fun.
It was
We
really
have a
fun.
cool party just for directors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the training was probably some of the best we've had too.
It was awesome.
With Stacy Itzel sharing and some of the other executive directors sharing exactly some of the things that they've been doing to build your business. The conference party I mentioned was a glow party. And then you get a career title gift. What is that gift? Don't you get a necklace?
A necklace
with the color in it that the level you are. So it's really a nice spoon, happy spoon. I should have mine on, shouldn't I? Okay, so you also get reduced incentive trip points. Does anyone like the idea of earning a free trip with Pampered Chef?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You should.
Every year.
Every year we get to it's like a travel club, isn't it, Lori?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
ma'am.
Yeah, it's fun. And Colleen, you've been on a few trips too, haven't you? Okay. Are you still there, Colleen? All right.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
By the way, I want you to know, and actually this starts at team leader development. Pampered Chef will pay you $100 reimbursement for professional development. Now, there aren't too many companies out there that will help pay money for you to learn new things. And that can be, you can go on to the website and you can check in the career policy, in the consultant policy guide, and discover some of the things that you can spend that $100 on. And I got to tell you, if you don't use this money, it's really silly. All along, I want you to think about how much money you leave on the table. If you don't reach your bonuses, if you don't, get, you can work yourself to, a 25% increase. And when you have 15,000 in career sales, you make another 2%. Every time you don't make that, you're leaving money on the table with Pampered Chef. And I think the money is much better in your pocket than it is Pampered Chef's. Don't you?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. So, we can talk about, as we go through the year, because this will end in December for those of you that are team leader. So as soon as you make team leader, you want to register and take a class and have Pampered Chef pay $100 for it. And I really encourage you to do that. You'll help each others reach their goals. I'm going to tell you, and I'll let Lori and or Gail talk for a second about how it feels. We're talking about some of the benefits, and the money is really nice, but helping others reach their goals is really one of the most gratifying parts of our business, isn't it?
Yes.
And why is that?
I just enjoy empowering women, in general, and, just to let, my team know that, the sky's the limit with a business like this, that there's no ceiling. You can make as much as you want, and you can do it with your determination, your motivation, and training, and support from the team and stuff like that.
And the thing about that's really cool about it too is that Lori can pass me by. Lori can go as high as she wants, and I'm going to do everything I can to help her get there. And she's going to do the same for you. And all of us together, we are going to share what we know, because really, there's a lot of challenges out there that we can make excuses or we can make reasons to succeed. And when we learn to turn those excuses into reasons to succeed, that's where the challenge is, and how we learn from each other, and how we can help share what other people have done in order to overcome the challenge you've had. Because as special as you are, most of the challenges you're going to encounter, we have all had, or we know someone who has, right?
That's it.
We don't have to reinvent the wheel here.
Nope.
So leadership meetings and trainings, things like this. We do our Sunday night trainings. I know each one of your teams does special trainings on their own as well. If you want more help and you're not getting it, all you need to do is reach out and say, I need help. Because everybody learns differently. I might not be presenting something in a way that you might understand, but I can help find you someone that will. For me, they say it takes 6 times to learn to see something in order to really learn from it. That sometimes you just need to be exposed to something 6 times. And so, you've got to be patient with yourself sometimes too. All right, you're going to get more Pampered Chef dollars. You're going to get 250 Pampered Chef dollars when you promote to director. You're going to get 3 Pampered Chef dollars.
3?
You're going to get 3.
Should be 30.
It should be 30, shouldn't it? Qualified within their first 90 days. So the benefits are really terrific. And again, basically it's just doing your shows alongside and helping people and answering questions for them. So I'm going to stop share. And what I would like to do at this point is I would like to hear from some of you about, what do you think about those levels? Do you feel like it's something you can do? Do you feel like, does it scare you or does it empower you?
It empowers me. I'm more intrigued now after reading all of that stuff.
Oh, good, Billy Joe. I'm glad to hear that. Anyone else?
I just think that everybody should consider, promoting as much as possible, because you just don't know what you can do until you try. And I would have never, when I signed up to sell Pampered Chef 12 years ago, I did not ever consider being a leader of any kind. I was just going to sell for a little while, and it can truly change your life. And so, don't brush it aside and say, oh, that's not for me. Give it a shot. You don't know if it's going to be for you until you try it. Just like you didn't know if being a consultant was going to be for you until you try.
Yeah, well, I was the same way when I first started, and my director was talking about, going on trips and stuff. And I was like, that's for those big wig people.
That's exactly what I thought.
I'm never going to go on a trip. These girls are working their tails off, whatever. And, lo and behold, when I did earn my first trip, I couldn't go because I had this munchkin.
Yeah.
But then after that,
and now we just wouldn't miss one, would we, Lori?
No, and next year's Hawaii. Holy cow, I've never been. I've always wanted to go. Yep. And now Pampered Chef is going to pay me to go to Hawaii. I mean, airfare, the hotel, food, spending money. Oh my gosh, why wouldn't you want to earn a trip? And then next year's trip that we can earn is Disney World in Florida. So who doesn't want to go to Disney,
And Lori, the cool thing is when you promote up in levels, that helps you earn the trip faster, So everything kind of works together for your benefit. So
it's, what the thing about it is that when your magic number and this is not me telling you that you have to do 8 shows a month. But everything in this business falls into place doing 8 shows a month. Yep. And is there anybody on here who is, that's experienced? You don't have to live, eat, and drink Pampered Chef. Again, I'm asking, for 1 hour a day. But when you give me a 1 hour a day, and I'm saying me, but I really mean you. Because sometimes people will do it more for me than they will for you. I know some of you. But I've got a bug flying around here.
I'm 48 hours in, and 8 shows a month seems a little intimidating.
Okay, well, and it might be, and it's something to work up to. But all I am saying, when we're talking about the trips and we're talking about all that thing, 8 shows a month will get you all of that. It doesn't have to be the Bill Gates who spent hours and millions of dollars building a company. All right, and when I first learned about my first Pampered Chef trip, I was still working full time. And when I started with Pampered Chef, I worked 3.5 years, working full time, 70 hours a week, doing Pampered Chef full time, which is 8 shows a month. And I came back from conference and I told my husband, I said, if I do 1 more show a month, I could earn Hawaii. And he's like, I'll stay for catalogs for you. Let's go for it. And so it was either do 1 more show a month or up my average. So there's a lot of different tricks that you can do. But really and truly, and Nancy Jo Ryan, the biggest earner in Pampered Chef, never has done more than 8 shows a month. Never. Really? In her 30 years of doing Pampered Chef. So there's just a lot of things that will fall into place. But again, you're going to work up to that if that's what you want. All we're asking, and for you, your magic number is your magic number. And when we talked about, were you on when we talked about the magic number in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. So that is your number, and there's no right number or wrong number. but it doesn't have to be 14. You know, it can be 8, and you can still run a really terrific Pampered Chef business with that. Does anyone want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So I know 8 seems like a lot for a month because it's just a number. But if you figure, you know, how long does it take you to do a cooking party or a Facebook party? You know, how much time do you put into it? So if you say 8 a month and say it's 2 hours, that's only 16 hours a month, that you're putting into your business to earn a trip, to get all these bonus and overrides. You cannot work 16 hours somewhere and, you know, in a civilian world, we don't earn trips, you know?
No.
And Bianca knows she's in the military, so she gets trips, but they're not fun trips, you know? But we get to earn free trips in these gorgeous places. It's just, Pampered Chef says, here they are. All you have to do is do 8 shows a month, and you can have them for free.
And I want to add something too, Karen. Just,
Please.
you know, if you feel overwhelmed by thinking about 8 parties, I mean, I know when I was new, I was working a full-time job. I was a full-time teacher, and I decided I was going to do 1 party a week. So 4 a month, you know.
Yeah.
And so then after about a month or 2, it kind of got easier because I knew what I was doing. And so then I added on another party or 2 a month until I eventually was doing 8 parties a month, even though I was teaching full time. So it's, you know, start off what you're comfortable with and then gradually build up. You know, that's the way to do anything to make it easier.
Yeah, I know. And when it was really funny because what happens too is you're getting a paycheck, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I realized that, you know, I told my husband we could earn Hawaii, and I'm like, I would do Pampered Chef just for that. I mean, I wasn't doing Pampered Chef for the money. I had a great job, but I would have just done Pampered Chef to get the trip. But in the meantime, I got to meet Doris Christopher. I earned Excellence Award. I learned, and you know, it was just so many of the perks and the things that make Pampered Chef so much fun. You know, it really, and then you earn, you know, it was just when success begets success. So with that, we get just a couple more minutes here, and I really appreciate your taking the time, and I hope that you have got an idea of what we're going to be doing here with our 6 weeks. So I am going to give you some homework. Now, again, I'm going to say this. The homework is not meant to bog you down. The homework is meant to get you into the habit of doing 1 hour a day. You can run Pampered Chef business. If you're doing 8 shows a month, that's 2 to 3 hours twice a week. Okay, so we're talking, you know, 4 to 6 hours. And if you do 1 hour a day building your business, that's 5 hours. You can build a great Pampered Chef business on 13 hours a week. And that's full-time Pampered Chef. That and you can make a full-time, more than a full-time income. So anyway, just want you to know that. So what we're going to do here is so we're just trying to build good business habits here, but with the homework. And so now I need to find my little share button here, and I'm going to share this screen. And so here we are, hashtag 1 hour 100%. Whenever you comment, I am not going to have a special group for this group. I want everyone to report on our Joe Pack team page. I want everybody to see what we're doing, okay? And I want to see some action. I want to see comments. I want to see what's going on. What I'd like you to do is I want you to commit to doing 1 hour per day, 100% for 5 days a week. I'm not going to tell you what days you have to work. This is your business. You're your own boss. You have to put yourself to work. And so whenever you want to work, there are some of our tasks you don't have to be done during the day when you can contact people. There are some things that you can do that are after the kids go to bed or late at night. It's really up to you. Watch Stephanie Richardson's video, 25 contacts a week. You might have seen me on Joe Pack talking about 100 contacts. That is just a special thing that some of us are doing, but I'm asking you to learn how she approaches her 25 contacts a week. And I'd like you to share 3 tips you learned and 1 that you implemented. I'm going to post this on Joe Pack, and I want you to comment underneath this in the thread with your responses to, the homework. So share 3 tips under this that you learned. I'm going to post this graphic, I'm also going to post the link to the YouTube. And I'd like you to, Gail wrote down everybody, I'd like to pair you up with someone on the call and have an accountability partner with this workshop. And I'd like you to spend 1 hour with 15 minutes accountability with your 1 hour buddy, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the things that you need to know is what you're going to spend the time doing during your 1 hour a week, and of course your 1 hour a day, and that of course is building your calendar, right? And we'll have more ideas for that. So do you think you can do this? What do you think, Karen? I unmuted you. I thought I did. I have no control. Oh, there you are. Got it, Karen?
I got it.
All right. Well, what I would like you to do now is I want you to see that you, oopsie, do you have a new, can you see she turned her cans into cans?
And her dreams.
In her dreams and the plan.
And that's what it's all about, you guys.
Bianca, do you have a question?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you for this. I've been a little quiet because this is still all very new to me. My first party is on the 21st on Facebook, so hopefully I'll have more to talk about next time.
You sure will. And it's a lot. It's a lot. I really admire your being on here. It can be overwhelming in the beginning, but just pick up one thing. Just pick up one thing, and you'll be great. We're excited to see how your party goes. Thank you. Anyone else? We have, I'm not sure how much time we have left. But any other comments or questions? Well, join us next time for filling your calendar, because I think you all want to have a full calendar. You want to get that magic number on your calendar, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know some of you have already private messaged me your number. I'm looking forward to hearing from every single one of you, okay?
Okay.
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 All right, you guys. Love you. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you same time next week.
Bye, Karen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Karen. Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.